these are all real great games, and just good to go down to the wire, and lucky to have Caleb back there, and love playing for him, and it was a great day today.
You've been a part of a lot of great playoff victories. Have you ever been part of a playoff win like this one?
Yeah, that was awesome. Just the home crowd. Gosh, just the support of everyone in the stadium. That was unbelievable. Just even tough first half. They stuck around. Third quarter was awesome. They're still loud and still getting into it. And so shout out all the Bears fans. That was awesome. And look forward to seeing you next week.
What was it feeling like when the ball hits the turf and zeros and it's over?
Yeah, just it's just pure thrill. It's just awesome. Just pure elation. Just glad we got that W, and now get ready for the next one.
When you guys come back in here at halftime, down 21-3, how much of a battle did it feel like you were going to have to get into in that third quarter to come back out?
Yeah, I think just credit to the coaching staff, the players. Nobody freaked out, nobody flinched. Just we're locked in, ready to go for the second half. Just we knew we needed to play better, and we knew we could, and just had to go out there and execute.
What do you think some of the red zone were?
I'll have to look at the film. I'm not sure.
What was the good, better, best situation like in here?
It was awesome. It was pretty loud. Pretty awesome, yeah.
Can you put this one into words?
I mean, this one might be the one I was a part of, the craziest one for sure. So, I mean, for us, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you do it, you want to win. So,
what changed in the second half defensively? What changed defensively in the second half?
fight. We had to respond. I mean, that was the message really all on the sideline was fight. We had it back against the wall pretty much the whole game. And it was just about fight. We just had to keep going.
What was it like to see what Caleb was able to do to bring you guys back?
I mean, I would say just execute, just move the ball, just be a field general like he is.
What was the coverage beaters?
Yeah, they had some good ones. I know the one that Jaden Reed, I think, scored. That was definitely a tough one on Tremaine to that backside, playing that receiver like that. But a lot of them, honestly, we just got to play a little better. I know on the one with Golden, I gotta make that tackle. We all got to make that tackle to get him down. But good play by him as well. But it was a lot of things that they did well. But we also didn't have our best game in the first half, especially executing.
Jalen, you guys have done this at least a half a dozen times. Can you just talk about the belief in this room that you guys are never out of a game?
It's simple as that. We're never out.
What has 6 comebacks previously going into this taught you guys about what needs to be done or what can be done in the final minutes?
I mean, we always preach starting fast. I mean, it's not something that we intentionally come out and not do, but it just seems like it happens to work like that. But we definitely got to get that out of our system and start fast and play a full game like that.
Jalen,
how sweet is it to
comebacks have been about Caleb, driving the offense, the
Yeah.
ball's in his hands, but the defense closed it out tonight. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
I mean, it felt good. I mean, a lot of times when they do go do it, I feel like the times where we didn't pull through, it was a lot of times on the defensive end. So, I mean, for us, it felt good to pull through, considering how the first half went, and just really just seal this win for the team.
How sweet is it to beat Green Bay?
I mean, it feels really good. I mean, regardless of, I would say, the opponent advancing is what matters.
Jalen, what is the value of having all those comeback wins throughout the course of the year?
Confidence.
When you're down late.
Confidence and belief.
Belief, right? You never out of it?
No doubt.
Worked on it a few times in practice and played out the same way between me and Colson, between Caleb throwing it between me and him a few times in different practice settings. So today it was me. So I'm glad about it.
OC said that there was a look that you guys knew immediately that you were going to get open on the touchdown. What was that?
The look that they gave us, they all triggered to Luther on the fake screen, and we went from there.
Given the flow of this game, what did that feel like to score that touchdown in that moment?
It felt amazing. At that point, you're hoping that it's a walk-off and that they don't go down and score. And the defense did a good job of holding them out, and the fans was loud as hell. So it was hard for them to communicate today.
What was very clear how they mentioned the fans? How was the whole scene tonight? What was it like on the field?
It was like a movie, literally. We come out, we don't really score until we come back out after halftime and get going, and we got a fire lit under our butts, so we had to go do that and figure out a way to win.
You made it clear how much you like.
Fire Ben, I would assume.
Yeah, we need to get our stuff together and go out there and play how we play Bear football.
You made it very clear how much you enjoy the Bears. What's it like now to have been a huge part in 2 of these games, let alone the playoffs?
It feels amazing, especially to send them home, and then and us keep going. So we still got to keep fighting and get better at the little things that we need to get better at. And I mean, it's a win. A win is a win. Even better when we play the Packers.
What is it about the belief, though? You guys are down 20
I just think it's a belief in everybody's ability on the field that's out there, and then the ability and the play call and just going out there and executing.
Did you have the field before the game? A lot of chirping going on. What did you have to say to them?
I seen it. I think they was messing with Tori. We was about to break it down to go inside, and I had seen them. I had ran over there. I didn't know what was going on. I ain't asked no questions. I'm just running over there to help teammates.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. Everybody was just pushing and shoving, so it was just started like that.
What can you say about the way Caleb comes through in the clutch again? You throw to Rome where he's off balance.
I mean, shoot, when the lights are bright, he's brighter than them lights out there today. Cause on that last touchdown, them lights was bright in my eyes and hard to see. But yeah, he's just like a bright spot when it comes down to it.
Last one here, Pat. The city, the people in the stadium, the whole vibe.
Shoot, I hope everybody lit. Yeah, he might as well be. I mean, to beat the Packers how we just did and then just move on in the playoffs is amazing.
What was halftime like where it was such a disappointing first half for you guys? Was anything said from Ben or the coaches? Because it was night and day when you guys came out of the half.
Yeah, I mean, they could just continue to harp on that we've been here. We've been in that moment. We've been, down at halftime. We've been, in a situation where no one really thinks we're going to come out with a W, and we've come out with a W in those scenarios. So it was just another one of those situations with, the highest stakes on the line, and we rose to the occasion. So it's a kudos to all the gentlemen in this locker room, all the coach staff, the players, everybody involved with it to go get the job done.
How dangerous is belief for a team? How dangerous can belief be, especially?
I think belief is everything, honestly, in these situations. Like, it's the NFL, and every team is very talented, and every team, can win on any given Sunday. So belief is a major factor, knowing that regardless of what the score is, if there's still time on that clock, there's an opportunity to go win the football game. And I think we've embodied that this season, and I'm sure there'll be more of that come down the stretch on our way to the Super Bowl. So I'm excited for those games as well.
The fourth down play, what happened on the fourth down play? How did you track the ball?
Yeah, I mean, Caleb made a tremendous play, honestly. He put it up for me, put it right where it needed to be, and was able to come down with it. So kudos to him for making an extraordinary play. Was able to put the icing on the cake on that one to get some points on the board.
Did you see what he was doing when he threw that? Was sort of off balance, kind of floating as he throws it?
Man, I mean, I see him doing his craziness back there. I'm like, okay, where's the ball going? I'm not really paying attention to his body movements, but I know he's doing something spectacular back there. And I've seen the video, and man, it was spectacular. So, that can play all week long for people to see. And, I'm sure there'll be more plays like that from me in 18 to come.
With everything on the line in that moment, fourth down, really kind of the season on the line, for him to make that throw going to his left, being able to pick you up from the other side of the field, maybe the best throw of the season from Caleb?
I mean, the best throw until he makes the next best throw, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say that every week with this dude, man. He's a spectacular talent, super happy to be his teammate and watch him thrive out there. So, like he kind of said, we're not finished. We have more to accomplish, so excited to keep going with 18.
How do you subscribe to the one play at a time mentality? I mean, down 21-3, I'm sure it probably seems like you have a tough time. Like, how do you constantly buy into that?
I think it's just a mentality at the end of the day, and you see it in moments when you're down, but it's also in moments when you're up. You know what I mean? It's something that you have to really live. When you're out there on the football field, regardless if you're up or down, the score's tied, or you're in a crazy situation, kind of like we were out there today. It's all about that next play and executing that next play. And I think if you continue to focus and have a mentality like that, you'll see success come.
What have Ben said you guys at halftime? We've heard from a couple guys. What do you remember?
Man, I think I remember just saying we've been here before. You know what I mean? He said, this might be one of the best comebacks in Bears history. We go pull this off, and I think we have a few of those already on this season. So, we have a full belief in that, full belief in this coaching staff, full belief in each other to go make those plays, to go make it happen. And it was a spectacular moment when we got it done.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
I mean, just we believe. We came and we talked at halftime. Nobody, put their head down. Obviously we faced a little bit of adversity, but that's playoff football. You know what I mean? You got to play till there's no more time left on the clock. That's what we did. And we just encourage each other. You know what I mean? The energy was electric out there. Our fans was crazy. So, we just had to keep pushing.
What was the biggest halftime adjustment for you guys?
I mean, honestly, it was more so just executing. DA did his thing as far as, the certain calls, making offense adjust to it. But, guys was just out there making plays, and it's coaching and playing, players, collectively coming together to get the job done.
You had a couple of players go down. You guys were able to overcome that. How important is that in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's important, that guys stay ready. That's life for the league, whether it's regular season, whether it's playoffs, to come in the biggest moment and execute and, come up big for us and make the plays when we need it. And speak measures as far as, just the attention to detail that guys put in, the professionalism as far as taking care of they work throughout the week, because it's next man up, and nobody cares that, we had guys go down. Unfortunately, that's what it is, and, praying for those guys, my crime and partner, TJ, definitely praying for him, and, hopefully everything's good with him.
What do you think you learned from the 6 other comebacks you guys post this season to pull this off?
That we built for moments like this, and that wasn't just today. Like, I've known that, since we overcame a lot of things throughout the regular season, so we knew we just had to keep fighting. The game was never over on the sideline, just one play at a time, one drive at a time, and we're going to figure out a way to win the game.
Kind of part of a team that's able to do that. Have you ever been a part of a team that's been able to do that consistently like you guys do?
I'm not gonna lie. This is a unique situation. Like, this many times, like, I know it has everybody at the edge of their seats, but it's always better when we come out with the win.
To that point, do you think that this kind of gets in their heads a little bit?
Say it again.
Do you think these comebacks kind of gets in their heads a little bit?
Their heads is in who?
Yeah, as in the Packers or any of these opponents.
I mean, we worry about our locker room. We worry about what we got going on. I don't know what's in their head. I just know what we thinking, and that's going out there to win and figuring out a way to win. So.
But I mean, what was the biggest adjustment for the second half? You guys come out, you forced 4 straight 3 and outs. Like, what changed defensively?
Yeah, I think we was just, making them, adjust to things that we were showing them. I think we was giving them different looks, whether it was pressure looks, whether it was, pressure dropping out. It was just a lot of different things that we made the offense, figure out what we were doing instead of just, lining up and, just kind of just reading defense and then thinking and dunking. But, I think that we did a good job of, getting some pressure on the quarterback. That's credit to those guys up front. And just on the back end, guys made plays.
Did you guys say anything new about the blitz, though, for the second half? Because you guys came out a lot more aggressive with that. Like, was that an intention?
Yeah, like I said, I think it was just, putting pressure on them, making them speed it up, making them speed up their process, and, making reads now, making decisions now, rather than sitting back patting the ball. So that was a good adjustment and, helped us come out with the win.
Tremaine, what was that final play like? With Jordan Love back there?
Yeah, it was electric. I think the only thing I remember is the crowd going crazy. I think I took my helmet off and threw it somewhere. So it was crazy. Just knowing that, we did it. And that's what playoff football is about. And that's the standard. And we got to keep pushing forward.
What kind of sweet satisfaction is it to do it against Green Bay? The satisfaction of that.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. I know how much that means to the city of Chicago. This is my 3rd year here, and I can, the rivalry is crazy, So it was definitely refreshing, definitely felt good. We're going to definitely enjoy this one for sure.
What's it like watching Caleb go to work in a fourth quarter like that?
Hey, I'm a fan just like everybody else. I just sit back on the bench like, look, listen, he's going to do his thing. I know he got us. And once again, we came out with the dub. So credit to him, credit to his work that he put in. And, credit to the old line, credit to everybody, because obviously he's not the only one out there doing it by himself. So, just everybody collectively coming together to get the dub.
He said, it'll be done. He said, when we do this, it's going to be the biggest one in Bears history. And, yeah, got it done.
So you guys never had an inkling that, okay, this isn't going on well after that kind of very rough first half?
Yeah, obviously we knew it wasn't going well, but never, skipped a beat, never lost faith in all the guys, and just super proud of how everyone bounced back.
When you saw that ball fall incomplete with the time gone, what was the sideline like?
Man, rocking, yeah, we won it. On to the next.
Yeah, how much trash talking was going on? Because the defensive guys were saying that they were talking a lot of smack, even before the game.
Yeah, they do. They were. But, props to them, man. Each time it's been a battle. But like I said, on to the next.
And what this win means to you guys.
Yeah, the fourth quarter, we just knew we needed a lot of stops, give the offense back the ball, and we knew they were going to score and get some points. Cowher had a lot of, pouring kicks. Same with, 12 having a lot of, pouring, punt returns, things like that. But defensive-wise, we just knew we needed a lot of stops, get the ball back, any way we could, and that's what happened. It's crazy fourth quarter, crazy game, but we just kept believing.
What was the difference defensively to come out of the half?
Really we just really had to lock in. We changed a lot of things up, but everybody just really had to really do their job and just stay focused. Wrap up, tackle, and get off the field.
Would you guys change up?
Just our coverage and things like that, and really rushing cover. A lot of sacks, tip balls, and then a lot of great coverage.
You guys had them flustered, obviously, in the second half. And
Yeah.
There's the grounding penalty
Mhm.
that you were trying to buy from the
Yeah,
referee.
yeah.
And they threw that challenge just about on you. What were you
Mhm.
saying? What was going on? Describe what was
I was
happening.
just like, ain't nobody over there. I was like, throw it. I said a lot, but I can't say it in front of cameras. But yeah, that was big, and the rest of the drive, every yard was important, every blade of grass, so it was huge.
What drives this team to believe, no matter what, even in this game, down by so much, that you guys always have a chance?
Yeah, I just think it just started in OTAs, the culture we built, just the way, how close we are. We've been playing with each other, for a lot of years, and, our coaches too. Our coaches, give us a lot of, belief, and, once we, combine together, it's a lot different. So.
Were you involved in the little pregame skirmish?
I seen something going on. KB was about to talk, and I seen something going on, so I had to go over there. I had to.
What was said?
It was. I don't know. It was just a lot of hypeness. None was said, really. When I got there, it kind of like, it kind of de-escalated, but nothing crazy.
Ben said that there was a lot of noise coming out of their buildings this week.
Oh, yeah, they was talking. They was begging. They
So,
was begging.
Did that motivate you guys today? Did this one mean more because of that?
That was all bulletin material, really. We were all motivated playing at home, playing in front of our fans. First, playoff home, game in a while. First playoff game in a while. So that didn't motivate us, but it kind of, when they were talking, it kind of like, all right, we got to turn it up. So.
Last one. I saw you were really interacting with the crowd, hyping them up throughout.
Yeah.
What was the atmosphere like, just the first home playoff game?
It was crazy. The fans, they helped us. They helped us a lot. You see a lot of false starts, especially at the end of the game. A lot of 10-second runoffs. They helped us the whole game. They helped us, keep in the game, and it was huge. That fourth phase, man. It's really serious. I'm telling you, man. The fans, they were crazy here, and we love them for that. We love them regardless. Win or lose, they're gonna show up, and we appreciate them. So it was huge.